Hello guys, this is 5QA. I have set up this channel for the young people of the world so that I can show them how to solve the O-level question papers. I have now starting with physics, but I will move on to other subject as well. So today I will work on only 5 questions of physics question paper. The year I have chosen is October-November 2017. That is the paper 1, which is the MCQ paper. I will solving the first 5 questions. I think it will really be helpful for you. Okay, let's move to our question. Okay, the first question tells us which list contains only scalar quantities. For this question, we need to know what is scalar. Okay, the definition of scalar is a quantity that has a magnitude but no direction. Again I tell you, a quantity that has magnitude but no direction. Okay, let's look at the options we have here. The first one is acceleration, second one is displacement, third one is velocity. Okay, first of all, what is displacement? Displacement is basically the distance between 2 points, and it has a duration. For example, if I say my university is southwest to my home, so this is this tells duration, displacement, and it has also a magnitude. So we can omit option A. Now let's go to option B. It tells us distance, force, speed. Okay, distance has only magnitude, no no direction, but force has direction, so we can omit this thing, as this contains a vector quantity, that is force. Now let's go to option C. Here it is again force. We can also omit this part. Now let's go to the last part, that is length, mass and speed. Length has no direction, mass also has no direction, as well as speed. So all these are scalar quantities, so the answer must be 1D. Okay, the next question is, a manufacturer measures the 3 dimensions of a wooden floor tile using 3 different instruments. The approximate dimensions of the tile are shown. Okay, here length is 0.4 meter, the thickness is 0.005 meter, and the width is 0.08 meter. We have the dimensions here. Now the question asks us which instruments are used to measure accurately each of these dimensions. We have to measure accurately, and which instrument should we use? Well, let's see the instruments they have given us. They have given us meter rule, micrometer and caliper. For answering this question, we need to know the precision of these instruments. Okay, the first one is meter rule. Okay, meter rule has a precision of 1 millimeter. The second one is screw gauge, micrometer, screw gauge, and this has a precision of 0.1 millimeter. The last one, vernier calipers, has a 0.01 millimeter. Now we compare with the options we have here. The first one is length 0.4 meter. So length 0.4 meter, if you convert it to millimeter, that is multiplied by 1000, since 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter, then we have 1000 millimeter. Multiply by it, that is 0.4 meter equals to 400 millimeter. So the meter rule must be used here, and for the width we have 0.08 millimeter. If you convert it into, we get 80 millimeter. So the smallest division that must be used, so we must use this one. And for the last one, we have thickness, that is 0.05 millimeter, that's equals to 5 millimeters. So we must use a value that has a precision less than 5 or 1 millimeter, so that is here, so we must use this one. So the answer must be, for length we use meter rule, for thickness we will be using calipers, and for width we will be using micrometer. So the answer will be B. I repeat again, for length we will use the meter rule, for thickness we will use the vernier calipers, since it requires the smallest precision, and width must be measured with micrometer. So answer will be B. Now we move to question number 3. Okay, the question number 3 tells us the speed time graph represents a short journey. Okay, this is a speed time graph. Which distance time graph represents the same journey? Okay, we need to find the distance time graph. If you look at the graph, we see that with time the speed of the object is increasing. Now the distance is measured actually either by multiplying velocity into time or speed into time, or under area under the graph, area under the speed time graph. So if we calculate the area, we see that the area is increasing. For example, if we take this much triangle, then we take this triangle, we see that the area is increasing. So as a result, the distance will also increase with time. So we need to find a graph that gives us same look. Here, if the time is half, the distance is increasing. Okay, here time is increasing, but the distance is increasing. The distance is increasing, but the rate of increase of is decreasing. And here is the distance time graph. This is the graph for a constant speed, and this can be omitted. This can also omitted because the distance is fixed, so actually the object is not moving at all. So the answer will be A or B. We will select here A because the distance is increasing with time. Now we move on to question number 4. The question number 4 asks us, a object travels for 20 seconds the constant speed of 10 millimeter per second. For the next 10 seconds, it accelerates uniformly to 20 milliseconds. So it is going from 10 millimeter per second to 20 milli per second. What is the total distance traveled by the object in the 30 seconds? Okay, we have been asked to calculate the total distance traveled. So we already know that distance is measured by the speed time graph, area under the speed time graph, but here we don't have a regular shape, but we can divide it into two regular shapes. We can take this much, that is a rectangle, and we can take this much, that is a trapezium. Okay, for the rectangle area is measured by length into breadth. Here length is 20 and breadth is 10. And for the trapezium, area is given by half into base 1 plus base 2 into height. So half into base 1 is here 10, base 2 is here 20, and height is 10. So if we calculate that, here rectangle is equal to base into height, 20 into 10 equals 200. So rectangle area is 200, and trapezium is given by half into base 1 plus base 2 into height. Half into base 1 is 20, base 2 is 10, and height is 10. So we get 150. If we add these two values, we get 350. This is the total distance traveled by the object. So the answer will be 4B. Okay, now we move on to next question, that is question number 5. A skydiver falls at a terminal velocity. He then opens his parachute. Which row gives the direction of the resultant force on the skydiver and the direction of the acceleration of the skydiver immediately after the parachute opens? Okay. When a skydiver falls at a terminal velocity. What does terminal velocity mean? Terminal velocity means the object is traveling at constant speed. That means it has no resultant force, or the resultant force is zero. More precisely, the weight of the parachutist or skydiver is equal to the drag force or air resistance. But when the parachute is open, the air resistance and drag force increases, but the weight remains constant. As a result, there is an upward resultant force acting on the skydiver. So we have here the resultant force is acting upwards. Now what happens to the acceleration? Since the resultant force is upwards, and we know F equals to ma, acceleration follows force direction, so the acceleration will also be upwards. So we have answer D, 5D. Okay guys, that's all for today. I have solved 5 question answers for today, and I hope I will be again back with another 5 set of questions that will be helpful to you in the future. And happy reading. Thank you all.